easy enough, mind you. There's a breezy enough. That's what's in there, you know. Booty.
Okay, so all right, Dan. You sound like a jumbo jet taking off.
Oh.
Okay, cough again, Dad. Cough as loud as you can. Okay, go again. Okay, do you want to say something? Just talk normally. Say, the hills are green in Paris.
Oh, how is they know the green? They're going grey. The hills are green in Paris. And they're not grey, the green or the grey, they're black or blue or white. It could be yellow.
Right. So I'm going to start the official interview now, okay? So this is an interview between Owen Killeen and Eugene Killeen, my father. And this is taking place on the date of the 24th of the 9th, 2013. And that's my mother speaking in the background and my brother. And basically I'm using the Zoom H2N X on 2-channel mode, recording using a lavalier Audio Technica lapel mic on my father and the H2N for myself. So what I'm going to do that is I'm going to get the questions here. Here we are.
Is that part of it? Oh,
This is my phone, Dad.
oh, boy.
This is my phone. What I'm going to do is all my questions are in here. So basically, the first question I'm going to ask you is, what's your full name?
Eugene.
Eugene. Okay. And why did your parents select this name for you?
Excuse me.
Why did your parents select this name for you?
Oh, it's a handed down from one part of the it's a deer.
Go on, give that another go there. Go on. I'll edit that bit out. Yeah. Go on, give it another go there. Then. It's handed down from where?
It's handed down from generation to generation.
Perfect. And did you have a nickname?
Not really. Not that I know of. I could be talking behind my back, but oh no.
But don't they call you Eugene as opposed to
yeah,
Eugene?
That's only the shortest of Eugene.
Yeah, that's true. So, and when and where were you born?
I was born in Ballycleary, a place called Ballycleary, a little townland in County Laois.
Okay.
About 3 or 4 miles from Mount Ross.
All right.
Yeah.
And is that near Castletown or is that?
Yes, it's 1.5 miles from Castletown, village of Castletown.
Okay. And that's in County Laois.
It's all in County Laois, yeah.
Okay. And when and where were you born?
I born in a house.
You were born in the house?
Yeah.
You were born in the house in Portlaoise?
In Ballycleary.
In Ballycleary?
Yeah.
Ah, so you weren't a hospital birth?
No.
Yeah.
None of us were born in a hospital.
Really?
Oh.
Huh.
Oh, we're hardy lads.
Yeah, I wasn't born in a hospital, you know that. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right. And how did your family come to live there?
My father was a signalman at the station in Mount Ross, and he married my wife.
Go on, your mother, yeah. Thankfully, he didn't marry your wife. Yeah. Go on. Stick with the program. So he was a signalman.
He was a signalman at Motorrat Station.
Yeah.
A signalman's job is to walk the trains from the station, getting passed through and both sides.
Yeah.
And how was he?
Okay. And but where was he? I mean, did his family grow up in that area?
Oh no,
did
his family was about half a mile or so from it,
right.
from the station.
Yeah.
They lived in a thatched house.
Oh, really?
At that time, it was a thatched house. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And do you know what the name of the area was that he came from?
Yeah, Cool.
What is it?
Cool.
Cool.
CWLE.
Cool. Okay. And is there any family members of his family left there?
No.
Still?
Oh, they're gone, and the house is gone and all.
Okay.
Oh, gone.
So it'd be ruins or built. It'd be built over ruins at this stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And so were there other family members in the area?
Oh yeah, they're still there.
Okay, and who would they be? And
Oh, my uncle. Oh, they're gone too.
okay,
But they're first cousins. He's my first cousin.
yeah,
are still living in the area.
yeah.
Chileans as well.
Ah, okay, and so that they'd be your first cousins, and
Yeah.
they're the only family you know of in the area. There.
That's all.
Okay, and they are Killeens.
Huh?
They are Killeens as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Okay. And let's see.
It's, in fact, their father, Finn Killeen,
Yeah.
hurled in the 1914 lease. He hurled full back on the lease here of 1914.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I won't spin it out. There was it didn't win the match.
You didn't win it.
No.
Okay. But didn't you make hurleys yourself?
Huh?
Didn't you make hurleys?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. And where did you make them?
Now in Montrat,
There was
the hurley factory.
There was an actual hurley factory there.
Actually, yeah.
That's not there still.
No,
though.
no.
Okay. Well, around what time was that? What age were you when you were doing that?
Oh,
Pre-teens, teens.
late teens.
Oh, okay. And what was the house like? The house where you grew up. In
That's the one that is at the moment.
what's the name of the area, the house again?
Ballycleary.
Ballycleary, yeah.
Yeah.
What was the house like?
It's empty now.
Sure, but when you were growing up there, what was the house like?
That's Ballycleary.
I know the name of it, but what was it like?
What was what?
The house. Think about the surroundings. Think about was there how many bedrooms were there?
Oh, it's extensive bedroom.
Go on. How many bedrooms then? For posterity's sake. Was it 2 bedrooms, 3?
2 bedrooms and a kitchen.
Okay, and 1 toilet.
Wasn't no toilet.
There was no. It was an outhouse.
You know, say
we hope not. Yeah. So there was the outhouse. Like.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And
Yeah.
did you have electricity in that house?
No electricity.
No electricity at
No
that time.
place.
And it was all oil lamps.
Uh,
And was there any plumbing? Did you have running water?
no.
There's no running water down.
No.
And so it was
Pump.
Oh, you got the water down at the pump.
It's gone now.
Yeah.
The pump is still there, but there's no water in it.
There's no water. Okay. Okay, and that's in Ballycleary.
Ballycleary, all right. Yeah.
Okay. And of course, you didn't have any telephones then either. You didn't have any telephones then either, no?
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
And were there any special items in the house that you remember?
Any what?
Special items. Were there any kind of things that you remember that stands out in your mind?
No. I swear nothing there.
Yeah. Didn't you have a kind of a? You had a cabinet with or what do you call it? And then where you had all the plates and toys. Or
What is this, sir?
The dresser, yeah. That's a dresser, was it? The thing with all the...
Yeah.
Okay, and can you recall what your earliest childhood memory is? Your earliest childhood memory. The very first thing that pops into your head from very early, like a very young child. Do you remember?
Such as?
What's that?
Such as what?
I don't know.
I don't.
You tell me. It's your memory and your interview.
I don't know.
Okay. Can you describe the personalities of the other members of your family? Who is known for being the happy-go-lucky one, and who would be known for being the angry one or the most annoyed one? Who is known for being the trickster, the one who played the most jokes? So you know.
Eddie was a different for playing jokes.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's the one who got the most laughs.
Yeah.
And so who's the narky one? Who's the one who's always annoyed? Who's the most annoyed? Who's the one who get annoyed quickly? Yeah.
Can't pick out anyone in particular. And the relatives in the family.
Would Betty get annoyed quickly?
No, she'd never have a rise up with it have a bit of it extra. She said,
would Jim get annoyed quickly?
No.
Paddy?
Oh.
Okay. Let's see. And what kind of games did you play growing up?
Oh, hurling.
Yeah.
Hurling.
But we say like kids games. Did you have any kids games?
Oh yes, used to play Ludo and
Ludo. So you played board games.
Yeah, board games. Yeah.
When you were bored. Yeah. Oh, what? So you played board games, but even earlier than that, do you remember any other kind of child games or anything?
Going back to see, he was talking about best part of 100 years. A long way to go back to.
Did you play like the most simplest game I remember was tag, where you tip somebody and run away and they had to run after you?
We didn't do that much.
Didn't do that one. Okay.
No.
Right. Okay, and let's see. So you played hurling. Do you remember any? You don't remember any other games? This could be a nice one to remember.
Hurling was
Okay. And just check that's still on. It is. And let me just see now. What was your favorite thing to do? It was fun. And what was your favorite toy?
Favorite what?
Your favorite toy.
Toy.
Did you have a toy?
Oh, so anything like to do with the railway.
Yeah.
What was it? Our favorite toys.
So careful that's a switch there. That's on there. So basically, so like you pretend that things were trains and stuff and
stuff like that. Yeah.
And you'd be making choo-choos.
We're born to side rail, sure.
Yeah. The train tracks were just down the field.
That's all. Yeah.
And do you remember seeing the trains passing by down there?
Oh yeah. Well.
Did you say?
It was only yesterday.
And do you remember? Were they steam engines?
Steam, all steam.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Those diesel that time.
Yeah. And can you recall any of the names of any of the steam engines?
Oh, the Maeve, the Muck and the Telta.
And they
were the green ones.
Yeah.
For big.
And they actually went up and down the tracks there.
Yeah.
And was that the main line?
Main line, yeah. Dublin Cork.
Yeah. That's okay. That's fine. That's grand. I'll pull that forward a little bit so that doesn't fall. That's fine.
All right.
So basically, you remember those steam engines going up and down there, but like, why then did the Queen Maeve end up in Belfast if it went up and down those lines?
See, it started converting the over to the diesel from the steam. And those engines were the steam engines were getting out of
You're getting out of hoo-hoo.
yeah, you fucking dear.
Gotta get stronger glue.
Yeah.
Gotta get stronger glue.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the reason that the one did that.
Give it another go. Give it another go there.
Yeah.
The reason to steam engines.
The reason.
So the question I asked was, why did the Queen Maeve end up in Belfast?
Yeah, I tell you now. Because they were scrapping all the steam engines in Inchicore, and they were asked to keep one of them, one of the three, the Muck and the Maeve and the Salta, and that it's scrapped at home, which is a sin. There were only three.
Yeah,
there were only three engines there.
It was the time at hand, really, wasn't it? I mean, if
Yeah.
it was nowadays, they'd probably keep the other two.
Yeah. Because if you leave them to one side and leave them up,
Exactly.
keep them painted and put up
Yeah.
on the
Just nobody was thinking in those terms at that time, were they?
the people, the crowd that were there.
Yeah.
I often said I'd shoot them one by one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not all together at once.
I'd shoot them all together.
One by one. Okay. So, and what was your favourite thing to do for fun? Yeah. Would you ever go? Were there any cinema nearby? Or was there any cinema nearby? Was there any movies? Or
Oh, there was.
there was.
Motorrad, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I walk to the
Yeah.
into the cinema in Montserrat and look at
The movies that were on display.
Matinees, they call it,
Yeah.
and you come home again.
Oh.
3 or 4 pence for
To watch a movie.
Yeah, into the cinema.
Okay. Careful that's a switch there. That's an on-off switch.
Oh.
Yeah, just be careful with that. So basically, okay. And did you have family chores? And if you did, what were they?
Oh, sure. Go for the milk. Up at the farmer's house for the milk. And potatoes.
Yeah, and how did you get the potatoes?
Yeah, for them as well.
From the farmer.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the farmer?
Youngs. Wasn't big farmers, but
Did he so he had cattle that produced milk?
no, he hadn't any cattle at all.
So where did he get the milk from?
Huh?
Where did he get the milk from?
How?
So he didn't have cattle, but he had a cow or two.
He had his whole 3 cows.
Okay. And he grew potatoes.
Oh, we did.
He grew potatoes.
We grew potatoes ourselves in the garden.
Okay. And what else would you have grown?
So lettuce and stuff like that,
Carrots as well, maybe?
Carrots, yeah.
Did you grow any?
Parsnips.
Yeah. Any onions?
Yeah, onions.
You grew onions, yeah.
Father used to grow all them things in the garden.
Yeah. And did he grow them enough for the whole family?
Yeah.
Very good. Self-sufficient.
Yeah, it's self-sufficient.
It's pretty good.
It's a good man that way.
Okay. So I'm only going to ask 10 questions now. Do you want to go another 10, or would you want to leave it 10 for another time? Are you able for another 10?
Try 10. No, we'll try 11.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go in. I'm going to go in 10s because there's 100 in total.
Yeah.
Okay. So so out of the chores, which would have been your least favourite?
Oh, really? Oh.
When think about, we'll say your mum or your dad asking you to do something, and you didn't really enjoy doing it. You didn't want to do it. What was that?
Really enjoyed doing it.
That you didn't.
No. fucking I didn't enjoy doing him.
So you didn't enjoy going for the potatoes, really, no? You'd rather be off doing something else, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And did you receive an allowance? Did they give you any money?
No.
Okay.
No.
It wasn't like that then, really, here in Ireland, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was school like for you as a child? I suppose first school anyway.
It's just hard enough for the slaps and all that sort of shit, like, you know.
And this would be in primary school.
Yeah.
And they'd slap you easy enough.
Yeah.
Would they? So was that a lay school or was that a religious school?
Leeds school.
And who run that?
Dita Sal's.
Telesal's. And did you ever get slapped?
Yeah, of course.
And for what, like?
I was fairly good, like, because I was a good learner.
You're a good student. Go on, you'll find it. You were a good student.
Good student.
But so they were just looking. Do you think that they were cruel, or were they just hitting when they felt they needed to?
I think there were times that they slapped when I had no need for it.
I know. You think it was just the brutality of the personality?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they were good. Let's say they were good teachers.
Yeah.
Like the taught us and the made sure that we went in there and stayed in there.
Yeah. And so like in regards to the classrooms, like what type of classrooms are we talking about? Would they be? How many would be in a classroom, or?
Oh, in a classroom would be up to 20, I suppose, in one classroom. See, in the whole school, there's two classrooms.
And was it mixed? Was it boys and girls?
No,
just
all
boys.
The girls' school there was up the road further.
And where were these schools? This was where now?
Castletown.
Yeah. Okay. And what else?
It was enjoyable. Like, going looking back on it, we enjoyed it going to school. Like, you know.
Yeah. You had friends there, did you?
Oh yeah.
Can you remember any names of any of your friends in school?
Yes, that is over. Oh, went about with them after school. Youngs.
The farmers, yeah.
They were farmers. Dunphy's. That was some of themselves were assholes.
They were the same as yourselves. Okay. All right. Well, at least you put it all on a level playing field, yeah. Nobody's above the other, like they're all assholes,
That's right, but that's
What was your best and worst subject? What was your best subject, first off?
best subject.
Yeah.
English.
Okay. And after that, what else would you have been good at?
Irish, I think, very good Irish.
Good at Irish.
Yeah.
Anything else?
And arithmetic.
Okay.
I liked arithmetic as well.
That part of maths.
Yeah.
Okay. And what weren't you good at?
Huh?
What weren't you good at? What were you not good at?
Oh, no.
Or would say least good at? You might have been good at them all, you might have enjoyed them all, but what were you least? What did you have a little bit of difficulty with?
Well, now going out of the daily grind of a national school, going into the higher up in Portlaoise. It's tougher.
And what subjects were difficult in that school?
I fucking didn't do the all of
All of
them.
them. Yeah. So they were you had to work at them.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want a tissue or anything?
Huh?
Do you want a tissue?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just pause the interview there.
Better get.
I'll take that off you there, Dad.
There you go.
Alright.
Yeah, tissue on the blood, guys.
Do you want to stay there, Dad? I'll get it.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
I suppose throw it down the side of the chair there, yeah? Or put it in your pocket, wherever you think is best. Did you go to secondary school?
That's on in Port East.
Did you go to college?
No.
There was no college then,
No.
was there? Yeah. Do you remember when they brought in colleges in Ireland?
Oh, no.
50s, 40s?
The only still going to college and they were going.
Yeah.
And now you going to school, like.
Yeah. Okay, and what school activities? What school activities? Do you remember any school activities?
Well, it's really the same way I'm all hurling and football.
It was all sport.
Yeah.
And you participated, obviously.
Yeah.
And did you enjoy them?
Loved them.
Yeah.
I loved them.
Okay. And do you remember any fads from your youth?
Any what?
Fads. Do you remember any kind of trends growing up? Where
Not really.
kind of fashion trends or music trends or
That and
hairstyles or
fashion trends.
motorbike trends or
No.
car trends?
Not really, Owen.
Clothes. Do you remember any popular clothes at the time? aside from bare skins.
I just had barely nothing on this.
And who are your childhood heroes?
All the really odd boxers.
Okay.
Joe Lewis is the main one.
And how old were you when you would have looked up to these guys?
Huh?
How old were you when you saw these guys as heroes?
Oh, sure. I was in growing up as a.
Were you in your teens or in your 20s?
I was in my teens.
In your teens.
Yeah.
Okay. And any other heroes? Like, did you read any comics or books where there was
yes, I
heroes?
was reading comics and books the whole time.
And who would have been heroes in those stories that you would have liked back then?
I don't know. That's so long ago up here, I forget him.
Wouldn't there have been like heroes like war heroes and stuff like that?
Huh?
Wouldn't there have been war heroes, like guys who did great deeds in the Second World War? And
Well, there was 4 heroes. Who I forget them, who they were.
Okay. All right. And do you remember any favourite songs of yours when you were growing up? Any songs that you really liked hearing? On the radio or wherever.
First radio we ever had
Yeah.
was in 1949.
Yeah.
My father was getting money from the station. £15.
Yeah.
That's big money that time.
15.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lump sum. And he bought a radio with it.
Cool. Deadly.
You all in it at night time and we listen to the whole.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And what channel would you have picked up? What channels were you listening to?
The only one channel.
What channel would that be? Like the BBC or
RTE.
RT channel?
Yeah.
And did you have any pets? Do you remember any pets from the time?
Ah, yes, there was a lot. Cats and dogs.
Yeah.
Jeep was one of the dogs.
Yeah.
Prince was another.
Yeah.
There were two different ones. They were lovely dogs. We always had a dog in the house.
And would you ever go hunting with the dogs?
Oh yeah.
You go hunting with the dogs?
Yeah.
And what would you shoot?
Huh?
What would you shoot?
Wouldn't shoot that time.
No, but if you went hunting with the dogs, would you were too young to shoot? Is that what you mean?
I wouldn't shoot. I wouldn't shoot the dogs.
I don't mean shoot the dogs. I mean, you take the dogs out hunting, shoot them.
You would.
Do you like would you have gone shooting any animals with the dogs? Would you have taken the dogs out hunting, or what? Would you have gone for walks with the dogs, or what?
Oh
would you
yeah,
do?
yeah. I've been nearly every day.
You go out walking with them.
Yeah, out to the fields.
Yeah. Okay, and you had cats as well.
Oh, we never shot the cats.
They kept the mice away.
Yes, they certainly did.
Okay, and
Kept the rats away too.
the rats, yeah, for sure. And what was your religion growing up?
What's my religion?
What was your religion?
A Catholic.
Okay, and
I couldn't say Protestant
why couldn't you say Protestant?
because I wasn't into that sort of. It's not. We took to one religion only. Catholic.
Yeah, and did you have Protestants living in the area?
No, off up the road.
Off up the road, not down the road.
No, up the road.
Up the road.
Yeah, get the hell out with that.
Ooh, with that kind of sentiment, was it?
They were nice people though.
Okay, who were they? Do you remember the names?
Oh God Almighty! There wasn't many of them. Only 2 or 3 families of Protestants. God, I forget their names.
And was there ever any kind of strife between the Catholic families and the Protestant families, even during the time of not the Civil War, but any kind of unrest previous to that?
No.
Really?
Never have any of that.
Okay. And where is your dad buried?
In a place called Shannakill.
Shannakill. And where's your mum buried?
She's buried in Mount Rat.
Mount Rat. And how come they're in 2 different graveyards? Was it divorced by death? Was it?
My father, where he's buried, it's in the back of Beyond's.
Okay.
I don't.
In a potato patch?
I couldn't know where it is at the moment.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You'd have to look up the ordnance.
Paddy might be there to tell you where it is.
You'd have to look up the ordnance survey now.
You wouldn't even find it on that.
Okay.
I know you'd have to go through fields to get to it anyway.
And you had 2 brothers that died, didn't you? You had 2 younger brothers.
Yeah, Peter and Fint.
And how old was each when they went? When they died?
Peter was about 13, I think.
What did he die of?
Peter.
What did he die of? Peter, do you know what? Okay. Do you know what? Was it consumption or was it was it internal bleeding or
Consumption.
was it hemorrhaging of some kind or
Huh?
was it hemorrhaging of some kind?
That's it, you got it.
Yeah, Peter.
Sorry, Jerry, it's back in my mouth.
He had awful sickness out before he died.
Mm.
Bleeding out the nose and that type of thing. Like that.
Mm.
The fucking doctors didn't know what was wrong either.
They couldn't diagnose him.
Oh.
Mm. And where's he buried?
Huh?
Where is he buried?
Shannikill.
Shannakill.
Yeah.
That's the same place as your dad,
Yeah. I think it's in the same grave.
is it?
Yeah.
Okay. And who's the other one? Fint, you said died.
Fint.
What did he die of?
Heart.
And do you know what the problem was?
Had it from birth.
He had a heart defect.
Bad heart. Yeah. Bad heart from birth.
And what age was he again?
In his 20s, I think.
And where did he die? Do you remember where he died?
He's buried in Mount Rat, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, where did he's buried in Mount Rat.
Okay. And so you had two sisters. You had May,
May and Betty, and
Betty.
they're still alive.
still alive, and you had how many brothers left alive?
Oh, Paddy
And Jim.
and Jim
Is that it?
and Jean.
Oh, that's you. Hope you're not speaking about yourself like another person. Outside of yourself.
There's the 6 brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, all right, Jerry.
And with Jim was always what? Jim was seen as the baby, was he?
Oh, Fitz was a baby.
Okay, but after him Jim was always seen as the younger guy, was he?
Huh?
Jim, was he always seen as the younger guy? Was Jim always seen as the younger guy?
No. He was a couple of years older than Fincher.
Sure. But he was younger than you and Paddy.
I was.
Yeah. And who's older than you or Paddy?
Paddy is the oldest. He beat me by 2 years.
Okay. And who's the oldest out of the girls?
May.
Okay.
She's the oldest of the family.
She's the oldest.
She's the oldest of the family.
Okay.
And she's going strong.
Yeah.
And she's in her 80s.
Yeah. Yeah. And okay. And I think we'll conclude this. That's 20 questions asked from the notes on the phone, and to be continued. Okay. So you were saying that the war was one of the biggest events that had. The
Yeah,
most
well,
impact.
when my father was the war started in 1939, I think it was.
Mm.
It ended in 45.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going for 5 or 6 years. We did also during the war, like,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a hectic time.
Mm.
Kids were getting no, you hardly get any bread or anything, you know.
Mm.
And the bit of bread you get, would be fucking to cinema gravel.
Really? Why is that?
Oh, it's for fucking mixed. It's just shades so.
Well, where was the bread before that coming from?
Uh,
Why was it better quality? Where was that coming from?
we get to the shops.
I know, yeah, but like, was it come from England?
Oh no, Ireland.
Well, then why did it suddenly stop being good quality if during the war?
Because they wasn't they get together as well, like, you know.
You mean their ingredients?
Oh,
The ingredients?
yeah.
Okay. And what were you saying about your dad? You were saying something about your dad there.
Huh?
You were saying something about your dad during the Second World War.
Yeah, he used to read out all the world news in the paper.
Mm.
Used to get a paper every day, and that was a big thing. getting the paper every day with a big thing.
Mm.
And not one of us we could touch it till the father had a horse.
And when you say he used to read out world events, you mean he used to read out the events that were happening during the war?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And were you ever mentioned in a newspaper?
No.
You're never mentioned.
Mentioned it in what way? Like?
Anyway,
No.
for sports?
No.
Okay. Um,
Except in locally in a hurling match or something like that.
mm,
If it played well, we have to score a few goals and points.
mm,
That'd be in the paper.
the local paper.
In
Yeah.
the paper next week.
And do you remember any of your friends when you were growing up?
Oh,
Do you remember any of your friends growing up?
I do.
I couldn't see out.
Yes, I forget them.
Sure.
They're dead and gone.
Yeah. Or they could have found the Fountain of Youth and still be alive somewhere. You know? They could have fought during the Second World War and had a big adventure.
Yeah, but
Found the Fountain of Youth
yeah,
and be living out in the Sahara somewhere.
that's right. Could be. God, that's where they're gone.
They got sand in their boots.
It's fucking down the road.
So what else do you remember around the time of the Second World War?
Oh, it's just hard to keep living.
Hmm?
Really hard to keep living.
Why?
There's no food ready.
Surely you had.
Food, you get rid of shit.
But like, was this in contrast to what you remember from before the war?
I said before the war, you see, we were able to eat normally.
Yeah.
More than the big brought stuff, sanctions and everything else.
So basically, like, were you getting a lot of food from abroad before the war? Was Ireland getting in foodstuffs from abroad?
Just mostly we got
What do you remember at home?
it's all
Give it another go. So, so basically, like the food that you remember getting, right, before the war,
What?
was food. Do you remember the food that you were getting before the war? Do you remember was it so you're saying it was better quality than the food you were getting during the war?
Oh Jesus, the food during the war was fucking brutal.
But you remember that?
Yeah.
And brutal in what sense?
It's just, you have to eat it. It's the same as shit.
Okay.
It's brutal.
Okay. And
No, I'm not saying easy. You had air conditioning.
whatever.
Oh, no, that's the electricity.
So describe a typical family dinner
Oh, it's,
back then.
potatoes.
Anyway, we won't get the personal name off it.
Potatoes and butter.
I
And
could ring them to come and do it, but there's no rush.
like on a good day, it would have
Okay.
cabbage and meat.
Mm.
And that would be very selling.
Where's that go?
But they would,
That now, I keep putting it up.
on a good day, we'd have a good big cake. Let's have a good day. We'd have a good day, you know.
Okay. So you'd have a good day. I get that you have a good day.
And a bad day.
So on a bad day, what would or days where you wouldn't have as good a meal, what would that meal consist of?
What a bad day be.
Yeah, you were saying what a good day was. So what would a not so good day be?
Bread and cheese, bread and butter.
And that's the dinner.
Yeah,
That's the freaking dinner.
yeah,
Bread and butter.
yeah.
You're not on about now. Okay.
I wish to less rain because get sunshine.
And did you eat all together as a family?
Oh, we had a big about the table, yeah.
Yeah. And who did the cooking?
Mother,
Okay. Did your dad ever do the cooking?
we did.
Mm.
So we'll say that for them, they say it was good at so.
Okay. And what were your favorite foods growing up?
What?
What were your favorite foods growing up?
Potatoes.
Potatoes.
It's a staple diet.
Yeah. And
What we used to have to say, we used to have called cannon, mashed potatoes. We'd boil them first and mash them all together. Peel them before you put it into the pot to be boiled.
yeah.
And when they boiled, boiled together and mash them all together. And put in butter and milk. And that's great. Oh God, that's very lovely.
Do you ever put
Called cannon, they call it.
Do you ever put onions in that?
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Do you ever put anything else in?
Oh, there wasn't anything else. Fucking look. Fucking look at the anything else. That's in customers.
How are holidays celebrated in the family?
It's going to Cork. Father had a cousin down in Cork in Landmire, outside the station. And the house is still there. Lord Landmire Road. And we used to spend a week there.
And who used to go there? Like the whole family?
Oh no, they couldn't. We told all family.
So it'd be just you, is it?
Oh no.
Or your dad?
Yeah, it's my father or myself and somebody else. The girls, maybe they go off.
Peter and Mum, can you keep it down a little bit? Thanks.
Yeah, how long more are you going to be?
I don't know, another 10 minutes or something like that.
But I want to go on the nebulizer, you know.
Okay. Like, you know, you're gonna your voices are during this interview the whole time.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, I thought that would be nice.
Well, it would be, but you're fairly loud, like.
Well, you get double the information.
He's open.
Okay.
So, and did you have any special traditions?
Huh?
Did you have any special traditions?
Tradition?
Yeah.
No, not really.
Okay. Did you celebrate Easter in any way?
No.
Just and when you said you went to Cork, what actually brought you to Cork? Was it Christmas or some other holidays? Or
Oh, summer.
Summer holidays.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We get that summer holidays in school.
Yeah. Okay. And let me see.
Oh, God, we seen Jay going to Cork. We seen Jay going to Cork.
Yeah. Why?
Because it was just a Cork.
Yeah. It was different from
Yeah,
from being in
different,
there, at home. And I'll ask you the question now. Like, how is the world today different from what it was like when you were a child?
Oh, there's no comparison.
Isn't it? And what stands out in your mind most?
Oh, nothing sort of at that age too. You grow up, you had nothing.
So the material possessions and wealth is just very different
Very
now.
scarce.
Yeah. There's nothing there.
No.
Yeah. And who was the oldest relative you remember as a child
The oldest member,
of your family? Not even maybe we say the immediate family, but do you remember who, the oldest person you would have had contact with who was a relative?
so I don't think they were old.
It says here, repeat cancer patients are more likely to survive their
My brothers and my fathers.
Mm-hmm.
Does that depend on where?
Did you know your grandparents?
Some Irish can give you cancers.
I just barely remember.
Yeah.
I barely remember my grandfather. I don't remember my aunt, granny at all.
Yeah.
She was dead. Well, she was alive, and I was born. I don't remember her.
And how old was how old were you when you're right now? When you say these grandparents here, which grandparents were these? Grandparents on whose side?
Which?
What side were these grandparents on?
What size?
Yeah, was your mother or your father?
They're old.
Huh?
They're old.
Sure, they were grandparents, but were they on your mother's side
Oh,
or
yeah.
your father's side?
On my mother's side.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how old were you when your grandfather on your mother's side died?
I say they're the year, 2 or 3 years of age.
Okay. And did he die of natural causes?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the
And
70s.
do you remember your grandparents on your dad's side? Did you ever meet them?
No.
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 Okay. We're getting up to 30 now, so what do you know about your family surname? What do you know about the name Killeen?
Killeen.
What do you know about it?
I don't know anything about it. It's a name. It's in the family.
Is there a naming tradition in your family?
What?
Is there a naming tradition in your family, such as always giving the firstborn son the name of his paternal grandparent?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't. I can go on.
My name.
Yeah. So Owen, your grandfather was Owen.
Yeah.
And I'd say your great grandfather was Owen.
It's a lot of Owens. Lack of imagination. But okay, so you're saying your grandfather was Owen.
Yeah.
Do you know what about his father?
Huh?
Do you know anything about his father? Your great grandfather.
Peter.
Your great grandfather.
Yeah.
On whose side?
Father's side.
You sure of that?
Yeah.
Peter.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Peter and the Owens have been going a while.
Yeah.
Now. Yeah.
2 names this
Stuck in the family.
coming down to the whole family tree.
Do you recall Peter's wife's name?
No.
Do you know what Peter's career was? Do you have any idea what he did?
He was working the railway as well.
As well.
Yeah.
You were saying that before. You were saying that who laid down helped lay down the first tracks in Ireland? It was your ancestors. One of your ancestors.
Yeah.
Was that your great grandfather, or was that somebody before him?
Grandfather. He worked on the railway.
Yeah, but was his father on the railway, or did it not go that far back?
My father, his grandfather. Actually, they're all going back to the railway was started.
So your great grandfather worked on the railway.
He did.
So would that be around the time of the famine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
And is that when the first tracks were laid down?
Yeah.
Okay. So unlike most people in the country dying of starvation, he had a job.
That's right.
He actually had a job which brought in money.
Yeah.
And put food and shelter for his family.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, and so what other names go down through the family? Female names as well.
Oh, no, wouldn't know that much.
Well, we'll say your mother's name was Bridget.
Bridget, yeah.
Okay. Was there anybody Bridget before her?
No, I come back any further than that.
Okay. And do you so what was your grandfather on your father's side? What was his wife's name?
Oh, no, I wouldn't have a clue.
Okay, no worries. Yeah. And so okay. And what stories have you come down to you about your parents or grandparents, or more? What stories have come down to you about your distant ancestors, your grandparents? Do you have any stories about them?
I don't know really.
Yeah.
Don't know really.
Do you have any stories come down? Any wild stories?
No.
They're all well behaved men and women.
I couldn't eat gangsters for it, you know.
Okay. Okay, we'll leave it there. That's 30. That's 30 questions. So there's another 70 to go.
Yeah.